So if you're a teacher like me who's realized how AI and particularly ChatGPT can help you with the many stresses of being a teacher and the workload of being a teacher, then you're going to be amazed with the news that's come out. Google has finally arrived on the scene. It's not done too well up until now with their release of Gemini. Gemini's been around, but Google is attacking the education industry and they've released some incredible stuff that's really going to help out teachers. The best thing of all is that it's absolutely free and it's rivaling, all of a sudden last week, it's rivaling the €20 version of ChatGPT. So as a teacher, we really want to know about it because we don't want to have to pay for these things. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through 3 things. You can skip to the relevant sections if you want. The first section I'm going to be looking at is how it can help your lessons, how it can make your lessons better, create some activities for classroom or for some homework with an amazing feature that it's got for free. The second section, we're going to be looking at how it can help you learn important information with the addition of audiobooks coming into this free Gemini. And the third and best section, absolutely out the blue, I'm going to be showing you something called Gems, which can help you with your workload. It can help you reducing the time spent writing reports and comments, but it can do it in a completely authentic and ethical way. I'll be showing you how. None of it is complicated, none of it is technical. Stick around, have a look, you're going to be impressed. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Let's get started with the amazing thing number 1 I'm going to be showing you. This is for activities in the classroom or for homework. I am going to be showing you, without any technical skill, how to make an app that you can share with the children where they don't even need to sign in to an AI. Amazing stuff. Now, the more complicated paid versions of other AIs can do this, but again, I'm doing this on the free version of Gemini. So, not to show you in this video, but you go to the Gemini Google, and if you've got a Google account, you're automatically signed in. Now, I'm going to do it from scratch to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to a new window, new chat. I'm going to go down to this new feature down here, Canvas. It's finally come to Gemini. We've had it on a few of the other ones. Now this is really for coding and complicated stuff, but we don't need to worry about the complicated stuff. Look at the easy stuff it can do. I'm going to just give a very basic example because teachers out there, you're the creative ones, you'll think of an amazing and incredible ways you can use it. I'm just showing you a simple way. I'm going to create an app for my business studies students that they can play on to practice definitions. They have to learn definitions for their exam. So I'm going to go into the canvas. You saw me before. That's important. I click on here and I'm going to just type, full of spelling mistakes probably, create me an app that I can share that will test students on these definitions. Now I can upload the file, but I think I just copied and pasted it earlier. So here we go. Right, because I'm in Canvas, I just click submit live. Let's see what happens. But it should now open the other window. There we go. Right, really complicated stuff. Don't really care about that. That's the actual coding going on behind the scenes. Ooh, people are saying I don't like coding. Don't need to worry about it. It's doing it all for you. Let's see what it's going to create. It feels a bit like magic when it does this. So creating the coding, still working. Here we go. HTML structure. And here is... look what it's created. So it's created, I love it because it goes a little bit beyond what I ask it for. So it's created flashcards, a quiz, a matching game, right? I want to play flashcards. Need, flip the card, good or service. All right, don't particularly love that game. Let's go for the quiz. Okay, what is the definition of the need? Now I just copied and pasted this in. It's created all of these things that we can play and we can click and it will know whether I'm right or wrong. It can play a matching game. Let's click that one with that one. Wow. But you're saying, okay, that's nice, but what do I do with it? Well, look at this. I've got a share button. So I copy that link and I can put that into my Google Classroom, whatever thing you use, but I can just share that for homework. I can share that to my class resource. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Put it up here. There is the link. And you don't need to be logged in. It's going to log me in, but here I am. Even if you're not logged in, the children can just come along and play this game. Don't know whether that one was working very well, but absolutely incredible. Think of the possibilities. I only did it with 10 words there, and it created me that game. It can create Pong games, you know, the old one we played when we were younger. It can create any little app, and it shares it to that, and then you just puts it in this space and you can share it. Wow. Now, while we're on this, I want to show you another thing that it did. This one really impressed me yesterday. Let me just find it. So I was not expecting this. Now, I put in a very, very simple I was just trying it, and I put my instruction sheets for how to do a break-even chart, something we do in business studies, and it was just one. I just picked it off my computer to test it out. So this is just twice, 2 photocopies, and I just said, do you understand this? Make an app. I wasn't really thinking about it. I wanted to see what it would do. It created this. It created an actual functioning break-even graph where I can change the output. This might not mean much to you if you don't do business studies, but if you do, it's pretty wild. So I can change the output, I can put the fixed costs. This to me is brilliant for teaching my children how to use break even. I click calculate break even, and then it shows me where the lines cross over, and then say, well, okay, let's say we change the selling price. This is such a good teaching tool. It changes, you increase the selling price, what does it do to the break even amount? And again, I can share that, I'm already doing with my students. Go and have a play, look what happens when you change the variable costs. So we can create graphs, not just flashcards, all of that. Absolutely incredible. Sorry, I'm very excited. Okay, now, amazing thing number 2, how can it help you with your learning? Well, again, last week, they released deep research to Gemini for free. Now, I'm not going to talk about this in the video. On one of the other videos, I will show you what it is with Perplexity and with ChatGPT and the fact that it costs loads of money on ChatGPT. But needless to say, they've released it finally on Gemini for free, and it's going to be incredible. But you just click that button and ask it to do deep research for free. That's in another video. It's fairly obvious how it works. What I'm going to show you is another thing. I'm going to upload a file, a big old file. I'm going to upload this one to it. Now, you may have seen this. Again, I've got other videos. I'll put a link, but you'll have seen this feature in Notebook LM. In Notebook LM, yes, is made by Google, but this is not Notebook LM. This is Gemini. So they've transferred it over. But in Notebook LM, you are able to make podcasts, interactive podcasts. Now, within my chat, now it's not interactive yet, but it's really useful to have it in the conversation. I've just uploaded that big book, and I can generate an audio overview. It'll take a bit of time, but then I'm going to be able to listen to a podcast from that. Here we go. It's being generated. And it's done. Took about 2 minutes, but what I've got here is 7 minutes of podcast. Now, the fantastic Matthew Vemice, that's in fact his book that he asked me to look over before being published. I will read it properly, Matthew, and I thoroughly recommend it to everyone. But for the moment, I just wanted to show, well, give me an overview of what this book is about. So let's have a go. We got 7 minutes.
Okay, so welcome to the deep dive, everybody. Today we're looking at something pretty crucial for the future of schools, and that's navigating the EU AI Act and its impact on education. I mean, AI is popping up everywhere in class.
So I won't play it all, but you see, I can download that as well, put it to my computer, and I've got a 7-minute podcast that's a very complicated issue. You can do it with anything. You can put all your books in there. You can put short books, whatever, but you can create 7-minute little podcasts on topics for you to listen to in the car while you're driving to school, and you can keep doing that. Really useful, really quick. Yes, you can do it in Notebook LM, but the fact is convenience here. You can put it within the chat. Finally, best to last. If you thought I was excited before, I'm really excited now. So, worst part of teaching, probably time consuming, is writing the reports. How can AI help? Now, there are plenty of wrapper sites out there, Magic School and things like that you can put generic things and click some buttons, but they don't really feel very authentic, and they do feel a little bit like cheating. Now, I'm going to show you a method where it's authentically you, but it's sped up, and you can get through report writing a lot quicker. It's going to all seem a bit technical, so I'm not going to explain it in advance. I'm just going to do it, because then that will show you that it's not actually difficult and it doesn't require coding. So just bear with me. I'm going to come over back to Gemini, and I'm going to come to something called Gem Manager. Now I'm going to click New Gem. Just bear with me. I'm going to call this Jack's, missing the apostrophe, Spring Comments. That's only for me. That's going to come back afterwards. Now over here, I'm going to give an instruction. Now, I've written this previously. You can pinch mine if you like. I was getting, in fact, Gemini or ChatGPT earlier to help me with this. This is an instruction as we see it. I copy and paste it in here, and I'm always going to be able to come back to this gem thing. It's an AI that is my own, that's going to work in a specific way. So the instructions, they're not coded, they just need to be nice and clear. So you can see here, I won't read all of it, but you will help me write student report comments. I'll put this in the link below, their thing. You will help me write student report comments by adapting rough notes or bullet points I give you. Your only job is to tidy the wording, improve fluency, and format it in my established formal style without changing the meaning or tone. Okay, and this is particularly for spring comments. So you're going to say, well, how does it know your tone? Well, that's what I want it to do. But now, down here, I'm going to upload knowledge. So I've got this, you've probably all got it, but over here, this is all my comments that I've written about children in the past. No full names because of data, so be aware, you don't want full names, you don't want surnames, but I've got my spring comments, my historical ones, I've written hundreds of them, and I've uploaded that document, so it now knows my style of writing reports. I'm going to click Save. Now, what I can do is, if I come back to this area, I can go to Gem Manager, and the gems that I've created will come up, and I click on this report comment over here. Now, this is going to always respond in the way that I pre-programmed to it earlier. It can sometimes be a bit naughty and deviate, but generally it should do. So let's have a go. I'm going to use it, and this is where we can really speed it up. You can do it from your phone if you want. That might be sensible because you can use the microphone. I don't need to. I've got a microphone on the computer, but I'm going to turn the microphone on, and I'm now going to talk into it and get reports. But it's like using the auto-translate, the auto-transcribe from your phone, but you know that doesn't really always particularly accurately, it gets some spelling mistakes. Well, this will polish and tidy up those comments. I can just give it the gist of it, and it will tidy it up and put it in my style. Let's try. Robert has been quite annoying this term. I'm pretty frustrated, although I must say in PSHE lessons he's been quite helpful with the others. I did read in the reports that the chemistry teacher was annoyed with him, and maths, he hasn't been doing his homework. But all in all, he'll probably be all right as long as he does lots of revision over Easter. And have a look what it's done. You see, I spoke colloquially and it's turned it into my style of writing, I hope. Let's have a look at it. Robert has been quite challenging at times this term. I have, however, been pleased to see him helpful and supportive. I've also noted, okay, we get the idea. So that is the report done. It was completely authentic. It was my feeling. I do it while having the markbook on, but it's tidied it up and put it into my style. Now, the possibilities are endless with this. The fact that you can speak. You don't just want to use it for reports. You can put all sorts of games in there or get it to work in a certain way. I created them. I haven't created many in Gems yet because I use ChatGPT because I have the paid account. But maybe it's worth cancelling it and swapping over to this. You can create, if you think about it, you can create things that will always be tough on your opinions. So you say, I always want you to give me the counter argument against my opinion. You can give things that will always translate into a different language. You get the AI to do whatever you want it to do, but you don't have to type the instruction each time. You just name it, click on it, and it will act in that way. The possibilities with these gems are endless. I've been raving about GPTs for a long time, but they were previously locked. You had to pay for 20 euros. Thanks to Google, you don't have to do it. I hope this video was useful. I hope I've shared a few ideas. Please, if it has been useful, like and follow. Thanks very much.